How are you today? um, Fuck, dude. I don't even know what to start this off with, for real. I've been reading a lot. Or not reading a lot, but I've been listening a lot and learning a lot. I don't know why, but I've just been stuck in that shit. I haven't hit the gym though in like weeks, but I've been occasionally hitting some push-ups and squats and shit, but like, if you don't do it, like, in my opinion, if you don't push the muscle, then it's not going to grow. Pretty sure that's also the truth, but, you know, just doing 10, 20, 30, 40 push-ups a day, you know, separately, not even all in one go, and then hitting an occasional, like, sissy squats, you know what I mean, or, like, some pistol squats or whatever, it only does so much, but I'm really trying to do what I can with what motivation I have for it, because I have no love for the gym anymore. I've gave up on that shit. I don't know why. It's like, it's usually because I think I'm too busy, in my opinion, and I'm not even that busy. Like, I just work for 10 hours a day, and that feels like a lot of my time. Like, I was having this issue last night, actually. They were trying to hold us later, and, you know, every now and again, that's cool. You know, shit happens. But they're making it a habit of keeping us late. And it's not even everybody. It's just like my little area that I work. And it's really starting to irritate me. And so I up and leave. I don't care. It's making me upset. I don't remember the original reason I just said that. Oh, 'cause the gym. Yeah, they're trying to hold us later anyway, so it's like I'm working 10 hours a day and then they're holding me late. And I just don't want to do that. And then, like, before, when I was in a relationship, plus this job, I wanted to hang out with my significant other. I wanted to hang out with my partner. And when I'm only awake for 2-3 hours before work, and in a sense, like, the way my brain works, the hour before I go into work is reserved for my job. You feel me? And that's just because, like, I like to make sure I'm ready and I'm on time. I don't like to have to scramble my brain to figure out if I'm gonna make it on time. You feel me? And I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I like to have a couple minutes before work while I'm there, like, pull in the parking lot and just sit there and be like, yeah, I'm at work. But I don't know if that's just a me thing or if other people are like that too. I don't know. But when it's definitely a struggle to make myself go to the gym when I feel like I'm not doing the things that I want to do. But then at the same time, it's like I want to go to the gym so I feel better about my appearance and I look better. But I don't have any motivation to go at all. I just hit the push-ups or squats when I'm fucking bored at work. You feel me? And then I still have this lack of confidence when it comes down to it, because, like, I don't appreciate when people just have something to say about everything I do. And usually when you do something out of the ordinary compared to the average person, they're gonna say something about it, you know? And that just is like, I just don't care about that at all. I don't. But, so it's just been a struggle to get into the gym. It's been a struggle to do anything other than work. Mainly because I like to do things with people, because I have social anxiety. And it's very difficult for me to make friends. And in that sense, it's not like I'm afraid to talk to people. I can talk to people all day long. I love talking to people, actually. But it just seems like I don't mesh with a lot of people. And I don't know if that's just, like, because I'm fucking weird, I guess. Or if I'm not fake like everybody else. And I know that sounds silly to say and very egotistical, but I literally cannot be fake. You feel me? Like, I can in a way, and I acknowledge that, because I can, like, talk shit on somebody and then go talk to them in person and be all cool with them. And that's just, like, something I've been working on since I was in middle school, bro. Is trying not to just be a fucking backhanded bitch. You feel me? But, I feel like I don't try to be this... I don't act out in public, you know what I mean? I don't attempt to be this person that loves attention or whatever, you know? I don't go on Snapchat and just add random people all the time. I don't know. I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at being a social person in this day and age. I'm very much a person of, like, word of mouth, and I like just talking to people. It's a struggle, though. A lot of people don't like talking to people that they don't know. I don't know if it's out of anxiety as well, or if it's just because, like, they have their friends. Why should they need more? You feel me? But since I moved, I've definitely really struggled, and I've noticed a pattern for the past 3 years with myself. My little brother, he's so easy at making friends. So easy. Like, he can talk to anybody, and he's immediately dapping them up like homies. You feel me? I can only do that when I'm drunk and my other person is drunk. Like, I can do that sober, but if the other guy's drunk, then boom. You feel me? Like, we're homies. But then the second we're both sober, we're not homies no more. You feel me? Because, like, in my head, I'm like, yo, we was cool. But then now that they're sober, they're like, I don't fucking know you. You feel me? Like, they close off because the alcohol opens them up a little bit, makes them more comfortable. And then they close off when they're sober. So I guess it is maybe just a confidence thing. I really don't know. But that's a big struggle I've had for the past 3 years, is being able to make homies. And even before that, like, I'm really good at making acquaintances, you know? And just, like, knowing people, but not to the point of, hey, you want to go play some ball with me? Or, hey, you trying to come over and play some games? Like, I never feel that close to somebody. And even if I am that close to somebody and I do try to invite them over, it's pretty often that I get denied. Or I make plans with somebody. And, dude, when I was in middle school, this was the biggest revelation to me. It was like, if you talk to somebody and you say, we should hang out soon. Like, let's hang out soon. And you're being genuine, right? But you say soon. You don't attempt to make a specific date. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, let's hang out soon, for real. Yeah. And then neither of you are going to contact the other. Or one of you might, but the other one didn't really want to hang out. So that's why they said soon, and they didn't make an actual fucking time to hang out. And that's so common with me in my life, is like, yeah, we should get together and do something sometime. And then nothing ever comes out of it. And I actually have a homie, I thought it was a homie that I was hanging out with up here. And he was older, but he was cool. And now he's not responding to me. And so I guess that's over with. But this weekend, I'm going to try to get out. I met some people last weekend, I think. I just went driving downtown because I was bored. I didn't have nothing to do. My at the time partner was at work, and so I didn't have nothing to do. So I was like, let's just go driving, because that's what I used to do in Mountain View, where I'm from. And I was thinking, well, you know, half the reason I moved up here was because if I'm just going to drive around all day, because I ain't got no fucking friends, at least I'm going to have a cooler spot to drive around, you know, more shit to look at. And I went downtown, and I seen these dudes fucking playing some majestic-ass guitar, bro. One of them had a guitar, electric guitar, and one of them had a bass. And I was like, shit. So I turned around, pulled up, started just hanging. And one of the chicks gave me her snap just to, like, let me know when they playing. I don't really know for real. I don't really know. She tried to ask me to hang out downtown, but I was like, at the time I was in a relationship, so I wasn't finna be like, yeah, let's go hang out. You know what I'm saying? But now, shit, I don't care. I'm not looking for a relationship, though, at all. I'm not looking for nothing. I realized that when we broke up, that, you know, even though I said I want to be alone right now and I want to experience shit, like I do love this girl, and I've been in love with this girl for the past 4 years of my life, which is so crazy to think about. Like I haven't had a break. I had one break one time, and then I realized that it was not a break. It was simply just something entertained me for a month, which I am I'm not bragging about at all, but I am bringing it up as just a thing. But either way, you know, like I've been in a relationship off and on for the past 4 years. She's my best friend, and I didn't feel like I needed anybody else when I was with her. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm realizing that I have no friends. And I'm 19 years old and no friends. And I do have homies back home, but it's difficult when, you know, I got bills to pay. You know, I can't just be spending $100 just to go down, like, on gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, because gas is going up so high. I can't spend $100 just to go down there and back, just to go fucking spend more money on, like, drinking or something, because that's what we do, you know? And so most of the time, I'm just by myself. And I've accepted most of it, but sometimes it gets pretty lonely to be by yourself. And, you know, it makes you think a lot. And I've realized I hate thinking. If I could turn that switch off in my motherfucking brain, I would. But I can't, because I'm an overthinker. But I have started actually being able to, you know, divert the shitty thoughts, you know, because something I heard yesterday was about Hellenism, I think it was, and Stoicism and skepticism. And this guy was talking about how the skeptics believed that you never definitively know the outcome of something or when something is happening. So in an example would be, like, they were very extreme about it. So I'll give you an extreme ass example. Like, you don't know if you have ketchup in your ketchup bottle definitively. Like, it says ketchup, it looks like ketchup, but you really don't know what ketchup is, so you don't 100% know if that's actually ketchup. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like ketchup, tastes like ketchup in a ketchup bottle, but you don't know. And so I've thought about that, and I was like, that translates so much into my overthinking, because I often overthink about what ifs or things that I have no fucking clue about, but I'm just overthinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, so-and-so's with this person, and they're probably doing this. Like, I literally, in that, I just contradicted myself. They're with this person, but they're probably doing this. The skeptics would say, you have no fucking clue what they're doing. You have no fucking clue who they're with, or even if they're doing that. So why the fuck are you thinking about it? Why are you making a judgment about it when you have no actual fucking clue? And I'm like, damn, that's actually fucking smart. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take that and put that in my fucking arsenal, you feel me? But it's still a struggle to get yourself to quit overthinking, because I don't know if it's just me or if it's a common thing, but I find so much familiarity in being in that mindset that it's almost like I don't want to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like, I know imposter syndrome has to do with, like, jobs and shit, but I'm gonna use the word imposter for this. I feel like an imposter when I'm upset, but I'm starting to feel better. It's like when you're in pain, right? Like, you have a headache, and you're telling everybody you have a headache, but it's a headache that comes in and out, right? So you're like, I have a fucking migraine. Well, then 5 minutes later, you don't have a migraine anymore because it's coming in and out. And now you feel like you just lied about it, like you don't have a fucking headache. But then it comes back, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm cool. Yeah, this is for real. And then it happens again, you know? And that's how I feel about my emotions a lot, is like, I'm lying if I'm not feeling this way currently. Like, if I say I'm depressed, but I'm feeling good right now, then I'm lying. I'm not actually depressed. Or if I feel like I'm overthinking and I really want to kill myself, which is not realistically, I don't want to kill myself, but it just feels like it would be easier to just, you feel me, sometimes. And that's why we don't kill ourselves, because we don't take the easy way out. But and then I try to get out of it, or I am out of it, and it's like, no, you're lying. You don't actually feel like shit, because look at you're out of it now. And that's a struggle I've been having with these overthinking thoughts. But the goals are to move past it and accept that I think that way, and just be like okay with it. But at the same time, I feel like I have kind of become okay with it, but they forget to tell you that when you're okay with something, it still happens. You know? In an extreme case, if you're getting sexually assaulted, but you've just accepted that it's going to happen, well, it's still happening. You still get to feel everything that's going on. You know what I mean? And I know that's an extreme case, and that has nothing to do with me, but it's a really out-in-your-face example of how I feel. And that's just, that overrides me a lot. But I'm trying to get past it, and I'm trying to get out and make homies. So hopefully within the week, I'm trying to this weekend get out, actually. So hopefully I can. But hopefully I can spread my wings a little bit and start making some homies. I don't know. I might just work for the rest of my life and not have any friends. It's just lonely as fuck to not have no homies, you know? Like, nobody hitting you up like, yo, let's go get something to eat, or let's go drink. Like, nah, it's, we come home after work and drink if I want. But like, I hate drinking alone. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not even a drinker. I smoke, and that's it. You feel me? And when I drink, I want to have like entertainment. That's why I like to go to parties, but I like good parties. I hate shitty parties. I like parties where everybody's talking to everybody. I don't like parties where everybody's in their own circle and they don't talk to nobody else. And it's just like, I want to be social, bro. I haven't been social in a week. I haven't talked to nobody in a week besides my partner. You know what I mean? So, get me out. And it's not even like I'm upset that I have to just talk to only my partner. I love my partner, but I need a little extra, you know? It's like if you eat the same food every day, eventually you're going to get kind of tired of it, even if it's your favorite food. You want to break from it for a minute. And then you go right back because it's your favorite food. You feel me? But that's all I got to complain about today. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to try. But I got work and I got to leave after this. So have a great day.